Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Runjay Patel. Guys, from this video I'm going to start a server side scripting. So in my last video I had talked about Glide Ajax. That was the last video from the client side scripting. I have covered many or almost all the concept in terms of scripting wherever it is required. I have already talked about. If you have gone through all my client side scripting video, definitely you will be having now a good command in client side scripting. Okay, if you are facing some issue and if you don't have a clear concept about any module, then you can just reach out to me. There are various ways you can reach out to me. You can email me info@servicenow.com. You can directly chat with me. I have a blog for that. Okay, you can just come over here, servicenow.com, and you can directly chat with me. You can start chatting while filling your name and email id. Name and email id I'm just getting it, guys, only to make sure. That means you are not a robot. Okay, now from this video, and before jumping to this video, guys, like if you have any doubt, right, don't hesitate to write a comment on my video. Also in the same video, whatever you are watching on the same video, you can just write your doubt. I can reply back to you. If not, you can join the Telegram channel. Also you can join my wherever in LinkedIn also. You can directly chat with me. So I'm open for everywhere. Fine, so let's not talk much about the previous video, and you have to go through all my video. If you are not getting a concept, then you have to watch a couple of times in order to get the concept. I have tried to explain in layman language so that you will get the concept. Okay, fine, so let's start now. So what I'm going to cover in server side scripting, right? So once I will cover this 11 topic, then a scripting in ServiceNow series will get completed. So you will get a full concept. So for this, if you will get a outside training, then I don't think so they will give you the way I have deliver the training to you. Okay, it would be like a live training which I'm giving to you. So if you can see here, the topic which I'm going to cover for the server side scripting, everything I will be talking about, right? So if you are getting a training from outsider also, you will be getting the same. So here you will be getting a kind of live training, right? So without spending a single penny rupees, right? Now, so I have talked about much about other things. So now let's start. Like first point which I'll be talking about, server side scripting objective. So what are the objective for learning a server side scripting? So where and how we can write. So what will be our objective, what I can achieve while writing a server side scripting. So that we can talk about our first topic. Okay, and then I'll be talking about introduction to server side scripting, right? So I will give you a little bit introduction that where we can write, how we can write, what are the functionality we can achieve. That all this thing I'll be talking about, so that you will be getting a clear concept. So while giving an interview also, it will be very helpful for you to give them answer, because if you have a basic concept, you can deliver any questions answer, right? So if let's say they are asking you what are the glide server API, so you should have a knowledge. That means what are the API used at the server side scripting. So for that I have the third topic, glide server API. So I'll be in this topic, I'll be talking about all the API which can be used at the server side, right? And very frequent and rare basis what all API are using, and on the daily basis, that also I will be talking about, so that you can give a more focus on which API which are used on daily basis. Fine, and the next topic I'll be talking about the business rule. Even I have already talked about in my ServiceNow basics series. So if you want to get the concept, then definitely you can just go and watch that. So business rule is I'll be talking about all 4 types of business rule in this as well, right? And then the script include these all module which I'm talking about, that is fully related to server side scripting. We cannot write a client side scripting in this module. right? A script include, what is the use of a script include, what is next topic I'll be covering the background script. So background script will be very useful for the developer. Sometimes you know that writing a logic, business logic in your script include or business rule, for testing you are you might be kind of you will be getting a more time to perform the testing, right? If you have written a big logic in your business rule, and for testing let's say certain operations required to execute your business logic, on that case background script will help you to just run it and get the desired output. So that I will be helping you that how you can use a background script to troubleshoot your code as well, right? Then I'll be talking about the very important one. This one basically, after learning all those module, you have to write your query, right? So querying a table and performing a CRUD operation. CRUD operation means like a create, read, update and delete. So this operation mainly four operation you will be doing, right? So for that we can see that how we can write our code. And then UI action I'll be talking about, guys. UI action, sometime interviewer will ask UI action is a client side scripting or server side scripting. So that I'll be talking about in details when I will be talking about UI action. But for now just assume that yeah, UI action can be used at the client side as well. How, that we will see. Then next point I'll be covering access control. Access control means ACL I'm talking about. This is also very important, guys. So whenever you want to control your data, that access control will come into the picture. This is a very important topic. And then the data policy and dot working, how we can do a dot working, that we can see in upcoming video, right? So hope you are clear that what I'm going to cover in this server side scripting series, right? So now let's talk about server side scripting objective. What are our objective, right? Now you get it, right? These are the our indexes which I'm going to cover in upcoming video. So first topic I'll be covering in this video itself. So let me just scroll down. So here the first topic is server side scripting objective. What is the objective, right? So objective from the server side scripting module is to make sure to understand all type of a script which can be used to interact with your tables, means ServiceNow table. So whenever you want to make some changes, you have to interact with your ServiceNow table, and for that ServiceNow is not giving you direct database access so that you can just go and make a changes, right? It is not giving you that way. So whatever operations you required, you have to write a code, whether you are writing a fixed script, whether you are going for the some logic, that you have to write in code, and that code you have to execute it, right? And that will be a server side scripting. So any operation, CRUD operation you wanted to perform, then you have to use the server side scripting, right? So I have written down some pointers over here. So writing a server side script to interact with database, that I have already talked about. So whenever you want to perform any operation with the database, then you have to write a server side script, right? Now write a script, test and debug all type of your script. So testing and debugging logic, most of the guy will write the logic, but if it is a big logic and a complex logic if you have written, and you are not getting a desired output, on that case it is very important to know how to debug your code, right? So that I'll be talking about in upcoming video, that how you can debug your code. Type of a script which can write. So what type of a script we can write and when we can write, that also we will be talking about. Best way to make use of business rule and a script include. Everyone will write a business rule and a script include if you are a developer, but what is the best way, how you can enhance the, you should not write a code in such a way that you are just hampering down the ServiceNow performance, right? You can write it, but how you can enhance your code, right? So that you have to make sure that you are not making down the ServiceNow performance. So you will be telling, hey Runjay, I have just written a one code, how it will impact the performance. So one code written by you, other one piece of code written by other. So whoever developer is coming, if they are writing a one piece of code, after combining all, it will make down the ServiceNow performance, right? Not for one business it will go down, but for having a such kind of logic written in the server side scripting, definitely it will go down the ServiceNow performance. Okay, so you have to make sure, that means you are writing the best way whenever you are writing a business rule and a script include. So these two module is mainly used for writing most of the scenario, but yeah, other module are also there. We'll see from very basic level to advanced level coding. So I will tell you that how we can write from very basic level to how to just connect with your database, how to connect with your tables. That I will be guiding you, and I will be giving you the live example that how we can do so. Okay, and from the advanced, from basic level to advanced level. So if you know the basics, don't worry, I'll be talking about the little bit advanced level coding as well. Fine. So we'll see use of a glide system, glide record, glide date time API in the script. So these are the common API which I was talking about. That glide system, GS, glide record, we can make a use of while connecting with your tables. So that glide date time, whenever we require a data related stuff, that time we will be using a glide date time API. So these are all APIs that can be used while writing our code. We'll see that how we can make up. Now the last one, that scripting with practical real world scenarios. So you know that our main objective to make this video is to, I will give you the real world scenario and real practice, so that you can make a practice of it. And if you will come across such scenario, if your client is giving you such scenario to implement it, you should be aware that how we can do so, right? So this is all about this video, guys. So see you in the next video. In next video I'll be talking about introduction to server side scripting. We'll talk more, because don't miss it, guys. First of all, if you will miss it, you never know what I'll be talking about. Okay. So yeah, so you don't miss it any video. I'm not making a 1 hour video or 2 hour video. So if you are not spending 3 to 4 hours to learning the scripting in ServiceNow, then waste of time. Look, you can't expect that I'll be knowing that how to write a script in ServiceNow. So you have to spend a little bit of your time. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have not liked and subscribed, please do so. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Runjay Patel. Guys, in this video I'll be giving you server side scripting introduction. In my previous video I had talked about that which all module I am going to cover in terms of server side scripting, right? If you have not watched, then please go and watch that first, so that you will get an idea which all module I'll be talking about in upcoming videos. And also I have given the overview of server side scripting. In this video I'll be talking about little bit more that how and where we can use a server side scripting. So let's talk about one scenario. So your client is using some kind of a manual work on the daily basis they are doing, and they want some kind of automation to be implemented in ServiceNow. On such scenario, definitely you have to write a server side scripting, right? So whenever you want to automate, or you want to make a process change, customize the behavior, extend the functionality to meet the performance specific business, like a platform, if you are making any changes on the platform to meet a specific business requirement, on that case definitely you have to use a server side scripting, right? So how we can use it, how we can make automation? So for that we have some key concept or features, I can say. Okay, so that I'll be talking about. So the first feature or concept we have, that is the business rule. So whenever we want to make some kind of operation on the data, so let's say you are updating a record, or you are inserting a record. On that case you want some kind of automation on that case you have to go for the business rule. So it will run when you have to select when to run, right? So after inserting, updating, deleting, while doing a querying, so where you want to apply your business rule, okay, on that case you have to choose the business rule. Fine. So let's say the second point or concept I have is a script include. This is a very good features in ServiceNow, that if you have a common functions and you want to utilize that common function in every places wherever you basically you want, on that case you just make one function in a script include and you just call it from wherever you want. You want to call it from business rule, you can call it. You want to call from one script include to another script include, you just call it. So kind of reusable behavior if you want to perform, then a script include is the right fit for you. This will be kind of a library, function library, you can make it yourself, utils basically, right? And the third point we have, that is the server API. So ServiceNow provide a different kind of API to perform your CRUD operation. Okay, so that I will be talking about in details, because most of the time if you are writing a logic, business logic, you will be calling a server API itself. Workflow activity, we have flow designer that we can use to automate the certain requirement for your business. Okay, schedule jobs we can have. So something like if you want to schedule your report on certain date every week or every month, you want to send a report to your management, that you can make a schedule report. And there are other things also that using schedule jobs you can perform your operations, right? So now these are the some concept or key concept and features is there in ServiceNow. Okay, and now let's talk about how what are the activity we can perform using a server-side script, right? So that's why I've written a script in ServiceNow can do many things. Example of things server-side script can do, right? So these are the pointer which I have written, that if you want to perform something, like if you want to update a record, then definitely server side script will be used. Okay, set field value on related record when record is inserted or updated. So if you have opened a form, then related in the down one related section is there, right? So that will be related list. If you want to make some changes on that, basically if you want to update, related is nothing but a different table. A record will display, list view will display from the different table. Let's say you have opened an incident form, and in the down in the related list you have a problem. So basically the list will come from the problem which is related to incident. So if you want to make such kind of changes, then definitely you have to use for the server side scripting. Determine if a user has a specific role, that we can define has role kind of stuff we can write, and we can make a use of it. Email trigger we can do, generate and respond to event. So whenever we can create an event through our code also, that we can talk about in upcoming video, that how we can generate the event. Even we can call the event. Compare two dates. So not only compare two dates, if you want to play with the date, if you want to calculate your business hour, on that case definitely you have to use the date APIs that I will be talking in upcoming video. Perform many operation related to dates. Yeah, I have already talked about. Log message, if you want to print a log message. So let's say a log message is equally important. People are thinking, hey, log is just for troubleshooting our code. No, log is not only meant for that. So let's I will be giving you an example. You are doing an integration with the third party, and let's say you are performing some operation. On each operation you are bringing from third party data to ServiceNow. If something failure is happening, so if you are not logging it properly, then you will be not having a track of it, right? So it's better to create a separate table and you just log it. So what data you are passing as a request, what response you are getting for that request, that you have to log it properly, so that wherever whenever it getting failed, that we can have a proper check from which scenario it got failed, whether while sending a data from ServiceNow it got failed, or while receiving a data. So that we will come to know properly, right? The next point I have written, initiate integration and API call to other system. That also we can be doing from the server side itself. Send REST message and retrieve result. So these all kind of whenever you are talking about, in terms of, like, in summarize, I can say that whenever you are talking about the database operation, then definitely we have to use the server side. If we are talking about the third party, you want to make a API call to get the data, to send the data, you have to use the server side scripting. Yeah, so that's all about this video. In the next video I'll be talking about the Glide API, which is very important to know the concept which all API we will be using, right? So don't worry guys, as of now I have not given you the practical, but I think from the here Glide server API I'll be talking about a practical scenario as well. Thank you, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Runjay Patel. Guys, in this video I'm going to talk about in details about server side APIs. So if you are writing any server side script, then you have to use a server side API like a glide record, glide aggregate, a glide system. So if you are communicating with a database, then definitely you have to use a glide record, glide aggregate. If you want to print something, or if you want to pass on the information, then you have to use the glide system, gs dot something, you have to use it. So we will talk about in details for each and every API which is commonly used in ServiceNow, right? I'll be not talking about many others API, but the commonly used in ServiceNow on daily basis. If you are performing any business logic and you are trying to achieve a requirement given by your client, on that case these all common API we can utilize, right? So I'll be talking with the live scenario as well, so don't worry, I'll be giving you the full overview that how or when we can use, right? So let's first talk about the glide record. So this is a very common whenever you want to perform a CRUD operation. If you want to create, read, update or delete anything in your tables, then you have to use the glide record. So the definition, if someone is asking what is the glide record, then you just simply say the glide record API is used to query, create, or you can simply say glide record API is used to perform the CRUD operation. Okay, so how we can write the code in ServiceNow? So if it is going to be a very first script which you are going to write, so watch it very carefully. Okay, so let me show you something over here. So over my blog, what I have done, I have created the something one blog which is related to Glide API basically. So let me do Glide record. So you can open anyone. So I'm just opening the Glide record insert or update in this blog. So you can find n number of API I have talked about in this blog. So this is a very important one, guys. If you are looking for any syntax, you can come on this and you can find your syntax easily. So the first thing I'm talking about here, so let me explain this one. So let me just copy it, okay, and I'll be going to the ServiceNow instance, and what I'll be doing, I'll be using a background script, because here is the easiest way to run our code to see the output is the background script, right? So I'm just typing a background in the left navigation over here, and you just see under the system definition we have a script background. Okay, open in the new tab, and here you just paste your code. Fine. So the thing is, you have to understand, because Once you will understand the concept of this one, then you can write n number of your glide record, right? So basically glide record where and in which scenario and how we can use, that we are going to talk about now. Okay, fine. So the first thing that this is the new keyword you have to introduce. Okay, so this is the one variable. If you know the little bit JavaScript, then the how we can make a variable in JavaScript, this is the one way. Okay, where, and this is the user defined a string name you have to provide. So in this case I have just given the my obj equal to new. New is the keyword. Okay, this is the predefined keyword. You cannot use new keyword as a your name, variable name. Okay, all predefined keyword you cannot use as a variable name. That is the first thing you have to remember while writing a code, right? So new is the keyword. Basically we are making a one glide record. So this is our API, server side API. Okay, so glide record. So here new glide record, and under this we have to pass the table name. So if you want to connect, let's say I want to connect with incident, then what I will be doing, I'll be passing a incident over here, right? So incident, done. So this is the way we can just make it the comment. Okay, so here I have passed the incident. So now what first line it will do, it will create an object to a store row from a table. Fine. So here I have done that. Now the second step, what we have to do, we have to build our query. That means what kind of result we are expecting in a return. So this object dot, we have to use this object dot add query. Add query is the one function. On that we can use the field name, operator and value. So there are two ways we can do so. Either you can go for this one, field name, and which operation less than, greater than, equals to, whatever you want to, just make it not equal to something, that operation you can make it, and here it will be a value. Fine. And then the similar way, like we can do so, the field name and comma value. By default you can use both one, so anyone you can use it. Fine, which one will suit for you, you just use it. So I would prefer this one writing. Fine. Now the third step, that once we will set it, that what is we are expecting from the result or from the table basically, so that we have to execute it. So the third step is the my object dot query, means this function you have to execute it. Query is the function. Fine. And the fourth step, that you have to do the iteration, right? So once the result come from incident table, you have to iterate it, right? So we know that n number of result will come. We never know, that means how many result is going to come on this query. So what I have done, I have written the while loop, correct? While my object dot next, this is the keyword you have to use to iterate the value. So it will run the loop until and unless with the last record. Let's say we have a 10 record from the result, then it will run a 10 times. Okay, 10 times loop will run, and here you can just write your logic to get the value, and if you want to perform some other operation, you just do it, because with the 10 record. Hope you got it. So this is the very basic concept which I am talking about. So in all the API we will be doing the similar way. Okay, so now let's talk about the one real example. Okay, I have just already explained these all 4 steps you have to perform. So let me just copy it from here. So the standard query, for example, so you can see here glide record I have used, right? And now let me use this one. So this is okay. So similar way I'm just going to put this one, okay, instead of that, because here I have to do that. Don't worry, here same things I have written. Glide record, I have passed the incident number. Here what I'm doing, active true, means what I'm telling, this is the key means like a field name which belongs to incident. You have to make sure the key which you are passing, that field name has to belongs to this table. So we know that active is the key, it is already available, right? So active is equal to true basically, right? So add query, in add query, here you see in this case I have made a variable as a gr. Gr stands for the glide record. So this is not necessary, guys. This again it's user defined. It's up to you what variable you are making it, right? So gr.add query active true, so it will give me all the incident which are active right now. Okay, so now here the third step, what I have done, what I have to do, that we have to do the glide query, right? So gr.query I have executed. Here I have to run the while loop. Why I'm not running this while loop? Because it will print n number of whatever, means like if it is giving 100 record, then it will run the loop 100 times. So I'm just going for the one. Okay, it will print only one record, because if it will execute, if it has the result, it will execute, it will give the result over here. What I'm printing, gs.print incident number and gr.number. So how we will get it? So let me open the incident form so that you will get a clear picture. Type incident over here and just open all. Okay, so basically as per this query, if I want to see that the result from this table, how we will get it, then we can do it from here also. This is the good way to check the result. So what I will be doing, active is equal to true, here I'll be making. So this is the syntax I am making over there, right? Run the filter. Okay, and if you can see here right now 45 record it will come, right? So these are all incident which are active right now. Okay, so the same result we are expecting in the code as well, right? So, although I'm not running a while loop, but if I will run the while loop, for all 45 result will come. I will run it, so don't worry. So first we will see the first result. It will pick the first one. So how will get the number? So let's say I want to print this number. Okay, so let me open it. So number, you have to know that what is the field name. Okay, so you just right click over here and you can see here number is the field name, it is there. So in my script what I have used gr.number. So this is the variable. How to access that field value? You have to use the gr.number, right? And so incident number, then it will print the incident number. Second things I'm printing, that incident caller name. So here this caller name I want to print the able tutor. In that case what I have to do, I have to do gr. You will be saying, hey Runjay, why you are not doing a gr.caller id? Because why I'm not doing, because this is the reference field. To get the name we have another function. Okay, to get the input value we can just write, if I want to get the short description, I can simply write a short underscore description. I'll be getting whatever value it is written, because this is a string field. Okay, so if it is a reference, reference means pointing to other table. If it is a reference, on that case we have to use the get display value. So this is one more function, so we are calling it gr.get display value, and then you have to pass the field name. So caller field name is a caller underscore id. So same keyword I am passing it over here. Okay, if you will do that gr.caller id, then what it will do, it will print the sys id of this record. Okay, hope you got it. Now the next one is I'm printing the caller sys id over here. So as you can see here in the next, I'm just doing it gr.caller id. So what it will do, it will print the sys id of the caller. So let's run it. If you will, this code you can write, if it is working over here, then you can write anywhere in your business rule, in your script include, wherever you want to write in the server side, it will execute. So I'm just clicking on this button, right? Run. So if you can see here right now incident number is this one is printing. So we'll see that incident number, that one is there or not, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this one and I'm just going with search. So this is the number it is printing, right? So this one number it is printing. What else it is printing? Survey user. Survey is the caller name. So we'll see that survey user is the caller name. You can see here caller is the survey user, right? And now the sys id of let me open this user. sys id, it has to be this one 005d something. So let's cross verify 005d, the last 1 to f4 and to f4, right? So this sys id, it is getting displayed. Hope you got it right. So this is the way we can write a glide record to communicate with database. So this is for getting a data from database, I mean to say the tables, right? Let's check another API. Okay, this was for the glide record. What for inserting, how you will do that. So this is the syntax, guys. Again, you have to, let me explain you. So again, you have to do the glide record on which table you want to insert the data. This is the one function you have to use it, object dot initializer. So this is the initialize function you have to use to initialize the object, and then you have to set the field value. So for short description, I'm filling it this one. Let me run it, guys, so that you will get the concept. Basically, let me run it in the background script itself. So incident table, I'm just doing it, database issue, just for to make sure, I'm just making it like testing. Okay, so that we will see. Short description we are setting as a database issue testing. Category, I'm just setting it as software, and then caller ID, I'm just setting as a Runjay Patel. If it is a Runjay Patel is there, then it will set. So what I can do, I can use this one itself. Right, survey.user. Fine. So let's say whether Runjay Patel is there or not, or if it is not, let me check. I is only there, and let me check. Okay, fine. So what I can do, let me go back over here. I'll be not setting this one. Okay, but if you want to set it that way, we can do so. So this is the piece of code. I'm just setting it short description and category as software. Let's see what it will does. So run this, and you can see here selected recipient in the field assigned to does not have value. Maybe something background it is running, means let me tell you what it is running. 45 46 is there, so this one got created, right? So you can see here short description what I'm setting it, right? So short description I have set it this one, and category I have set it this one. So any other field, if you want to set it, you can set it by doing a this way. Okay, category, this is the field name. If you want to set it for the other field like service, then you have to just do it business service and do it, right? Similar way for update also we have, delete also we have, right? There are multiple. So aggregate also, if I want to get the count that how many incident are there for category, based on the category count, if I want to get it, let's run it so that you will get a fair idea, right? So we will get based on the category how many hardware incidents are there, how many inquiry incidents are there, that we will get it. Testing it over here, and let's run it. So you can see here total count is 4. So total category is basically it's giving 4, total count of 4 only it is giving. 1 2 5 is there, is the 5 that I will check, guys. But okay, so let's see. So this one, so for database we have 2, hardware we have 10. So let's go over here and we will see from here. So category we have, okay, so for software first we will do it. Okay, first select the all, and then I'll be doing a category, group wise category, then we will can check it from here, group by category. So this is the query which we are running it over here, right? So you can see here database 2 hardware 10. So database 2 hardware 10, inquiry is 38. How many inquiries is there? Inquiry is 38, right? So like this we can make a use of our APIs, right? There are so many API, guys, that you can make a use of it. You just go through this one blog, you'll get a fair idea that how you can do so. Let's go back to our slides. So glide system, basically we can do the gs dot something. Glide user we can make a use of. Okay, glide aggregate I have just showcased you the example. So basically glide users, it will give you related to the logged in user basically. So if you want to check the roles group belongs to users, then you can make a glide user object. Okay, glide date time, we have all the date related functionality, we can make a use of this API. Glide email outbound, we can send the email through this one. Glide ajax, I have already talked about in my client side scripting video. So if you have not watched, please go and watch that. I have talked about in details. Glide system property, if we have if we want to get some property value, then we can make a use of it. Yes dot get system property something. Okay, so you have to do the practice to get the knowledge. Okay, so basically in this I have listed down many things that how we can do the glide aggregate, how we can about the action. So you have to at least do a practice from your end. Okay, and if you have face any issue during your practice, definitely you can reach out to me. Okay, like here also you can chat with me, you can join my Telegram, right? So wherever you want to reach, I'm always available. Fine. So the next thing I have already written down this one, guys, that you can just go through this blog, right? So now let's talk about some live scenario which we used to get, right? So this is a kind of live scenario, and in interview also few folks will ask you exact this scenario, right? While creating an incident, system should check how many open tickets are there for selected CI. If count is equal or greater than 5, then system should auto create a problem ticket. So what they are talking about basically, so while raising an incident, we are selecting a configuration item, right? So let's say we are selecting any configuration item over here. So before submitting, okay, or before or after submitting, it doesn't matter. So let's say I have selected this CI. So system has to check how many open incidents are there against this CI. If it is count is more than 5 or more than 4 or equal to 5, then we have to create a problem basically. Okay, so problem ticket we have to create it by default, right? That is the requirement. So how we can do so? Do you have any idea, guys? No? So let me talk about that as well. Fine. So the solution is very simple. We have to create one after business rule. In one after business rule, you have to create it, and first you have to check count of open incidents. So just now I have showcased you how we can get a count of your record. So it definitely you have to pass on your this ID of your selected CI, so and get the open ticket of the incident. So that logic you have to write to get the count. Once you will have the count, apply the if condition. If it is greater than 5, equal to or greater than 5, then make a glide record on the problem. So again you have to do a glide record. You have to make another object of glide record on, but you have to pass the problem table and fill the required details like short description, caller, assign to, whatever you want to set the information, you just do it. Okay, and call the insert statement. So insert statement also I have showcased you. So this will be for your practice, just do it, and if you face any issue while practicing this, then you can just reach out to me. You can comment on the video, I'll be helping out. Okay, if you can give me the snapshot of your code, then I can tell you that where is the issue as well, right? But just do it. So once you will do it, definitely you will get a good command at the server side scripting. Now let's talk about lab scenario 2, that in this in this scenario on this type of questions what we have to do. So let the scenario is in change request, there are two field called plan start date and end date. You know that, like, while opening a change request, you can see that we have two field called planned start date and planned end date. Okay, so for planned start date and end date, what you have to do, you have to calculate the business hour basically. Okay, so business hour you have to calculate it, and here populate one form. Okay, so based on field input, calculate business date and populate on form. So you have to create a one field and you have to populate over there. That means how many business hours are there, right? If calculated business days less than or equal to 3, then change the type of change request to emergency. So basically what it is showing, let me show you. So here what we can go for, we can go for the change request. Okay, sorry guys. So here let me just go back here. Okay, so we got it over here. I will open new change request. Let me just cross the incident table. Now it is not required, right? So the problem over here is, let me open it one. This is the standard change. So I have opened in the new tab, and what we can do here. Okay, so the ask is you can see here, right? Plan start date and end date. Under the schedule tab, plan start date or end date, if it is filled. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to calculate the business hour. Let's say I have selected 27. Okay, and I'll be giving 31st. So how many days are there? So 27 to 1 2 3 4 5 days I have selected. It means we have to calculate the business hour. In this case 5 days is coming, so it is more than 3 days, right? So if it is a more than 3 days, so we have to change the type of change request. So this change request is which standard change. So we have to make the change of what, emergency change, because it is less in 3 days, or if it is less than 3 days, then you have to change it. If it is not, then well and good, right? Because if in 3 days if it is mentioned, then you have to deliver this change request as soon as possible. So that has to be changed as a emergency change. So let's say that kind of requirement it is coming. How will be doing it, right? So definitely you have to the step 1, you have to do that, create two on change client script, one for plan date and one another for the start date or end date basically, right? So here the two, first of all you will be creating a two on changes client script, one for planned start date and the another for planned end date, right? And then the second step, you have to, what you have to do, create one script include to perform the logic to calculate the business hour, right? So again, once you will have this created the script include, then what you have to do, you have to call that script include using a glide ajax. I have already created a video on glide ajax in detail. So if you have if you don't know how to do that, then please go and watch that first from this series itself. So let's say you have made a call to glide ajax to serve script include, then in the return you will be getting a number of days, okay, based on the selected date. Once we receive the output from the script include, check the count. Basically you can just return the count of the business days, okay? And if count is less or equal to 3, then just change the emergency, else just display a message that okay, so no need to do anything. But if it is less than 3, then display a message as well that okay, so this change request will become a emergency change because due to the business days in which we have to deliver this change is less than or equal to 3. That informational message you have to give to your end user, right? Hope you got it. So this is also a kind of a challenging job, guys. So definitely you are going to face, I know that you guys are going to face a challenge while making a business logic to calculate the business hour. First try from your end, okay? If not, then what I will be doing to calculate the business days, I will be writing one blog for you, okay? and that coding you can utilize. So first try from your end. If you will do the Google search, you will be getting that how you can calculate the business days. If not, then reach out to me, I'll be helping out, don't worry. Fine. So this is all about, guys. So the next topic which I'll be talking about, the business rule. So I think business rule, I have already created videos in my previous video, previous series. So let me showcase you where you can find. You just go to YouTube, search with ServiceNow with Runjay, then you will be getting my channel name, this one. Just open it. We have to go to playlist. Under the playlist you have to look for which one, basics one. Okay, so this one, this is my first playlist when I started my YouTube channel. Okay, so in this playlist you will be getting the full basic concept of ServiceNow. Okay, oh, it's running. Okay, I will just pause it. Okay, so I have talked about that how you can start your ServiceNow career, right? And here in this series, let me show you which one. I think 14th or 15th it is there. Yeah, so this is the one, business rule. So you can just type it over here. So if you can see, right? So ServiceNow tutorial business rule in ServiceNow. I have talked about in details all type of business rule. Okay, you will get a full concept how you can write your business rule. So hope you got it, guys. So in the next video I'll be talking about our next topic. Okay, and that will be might be related to a script include. So a script include I'll be talking about in details. I'll be coming with the practical scenario as well. Fine. So thank you, thanks for watching. If you have not liked and subscribed my channel, please do so. It's really motivate me to make a video on the different topic. Thank you, guys.